hey guys, we should really look for you, yeah? Nah, let's go into illegal fucking dueling now. I know one of your missions was to find strong duelists, but I think you'd be a little bit concerned about the people that, are your fucking friends and there. I mean, fuck Dennis and, fuck Kurosaki. They don't give no shits about that. They just wanted to fucking duel. But Gongadai, why the fuck are you just staying with these fucking dweebs? Like, fucking go somewhere else. So in this episode, we decided to go to an illegal dueling ring, where it's like, oh, by the way, somehow if you win like 10 of these duels straight, you're actually able to go to the friendship chunk. So it's like, if you are illegal more times than one, you're somehow able to get into a legal tournament. How the fuck does that work out, guys? Like, just because I might be playing a fucking illegal game of poker does not mean I'm able to actually enter the world championship if I'm fucking crushing it. Like, that just makes no fucking sense. It's like, when we see there's like, Kurosaki's been there, he's crushing people, he's won like 9 times in a row, and I did notice that little 5D's reference with the skull dude. That was kind of cool to see that he was there, but then again, it's no reality, so it takes away from a lot of stuff. It's a different version of like Crow, it's a different version of everyone, so it's like, yeah, and the same as it used to be, which I'm got a little bit disappointed that it's a different version, but there could be better characters, or we'll have to find out. But honestly, they're not focusing a lot on them, they're just a bunch of like side characters. And from what we even saw, like, Yuya's side is like, we only had a tiny bit through him in this episode. It's like, oh, we don't give a fuck. Like pretty much everyone leaves Yuya's ass. It's like, after getting the whole explanation about like what the D-wheels are, and saying, hey, the tops are fucking cunts, and they made jewel chasers to like go hunt us down if we find dueling. And it's like, oh, we're gonna record it anyway. It's like, pieces of shit they use them for like entertainment. I felt like, wow, what a bunch of fucking scumbags. They can literally suck the biggest bags of dicks. They're fucking twats. And it's like, one thing I noticed is like, because they were able to notice where that big jewel was in the underground arena, if they knew where it was, why didn't they arrest them beforehand? Or it's like, why didn't you say, oh, we've always got to move this situation because sometimes we get caught? But it's like, Yuya's group, like, they really didn't have anything in this episode, really. It was just, apart from that, their group is, like, breaking down. Rhea wants to leave. Saratari leaves, like, Selena's, like, left as well. I'm like, wow, that's fucked up in a way, but it's like, from what we saw, is like Dennis was like, oh, I want to duel him. And I did like that Kurosaki was actually able to notice that, yeah, there's something up with Dennis. He's not exactly trustworthy. And Dennis, like, oh my god, his English is so cheesy. It's so fucking cheesy. Show must go on. Like, hi, people. It's like, oh god, the fucking English. It's so bad. It's so bad. And I just, every time I hear it, it's just like, Jesus Christ. It's Jesus fucking Christ. It's really bad. But from what we saw as well in this episode, they had a duel, and I like the handicap that they're getting, like, oh, he's been winning 9 times in a row? Whoa, and you want to win the Friendship Cup? Well, tough shit, you're going to have to deal with 1,000 life points, and it's like, how the duel ended up, it's like, both of them had 100 in the end, and it's like, I really like Kurosaki's new cards, like, I really like, all the additions he's getting to, like, the Raid Raptors, like, having, like, the Skull Eagles, which I think they were the 1,000 attack point one, using Core to bring him out, and then he even had, like, that one, like, Raid Raptor card, he had the rank up match to get out 4 Strix, use that card, use out the other Raid Raptor, which was, like, the one that you tribute, and you're able to get a Raid Raptor card back from your grave, so you can use the rank up card again. I thought, that's a kind of cool card to actually have. Like, it was able to make it from 3 to 5 with just ease, and it's like, obviously he's going to keep doing it to bring out more, like, rank up. So I like that the rank up cards are actually getting more kind of support for the Raid Raptor side, because they are good cards. I just think they need to have a little bit more versions of them before they become, like, fully workable and, like, actually kind of more useful, because they're kind of not that good when you come to decks nowadays. Like, but on that, yeah, like, the deck, like, the whole duel with them was kind of cool. Like, I liked it. It's like, got to see, like, he was, like, both of them were shutting down each other's XE's decks, and it's like, everyone is, like, just shocked, like, oh my god, XE's. Like, I still find it weird. Like, how does, like, no one know about these fucking cards or anything? It's like, you literally haven't had that. No fusion, no nothing like that. How does that make sense? We just, like, oh, we made effect monsters, and then we just decided to make synchro monsters. Like, what the fuck? Like, that sounds so stupid. Like, it's like, you don't have synchro, like, if in some dimensions you don't have synchros, you don't have legacies, you don't have, after probably thousands of years of this card game, like, apparently being made since, like, the ancient Egypt times from the original Yu-Gi-Oh, you're telling me no one's decided to, like, upgrade the game in any kind of way. I'm so glad they actually kind of do that. Like every now and then, like every kind of like 4 or 5 years, pretty much with this Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like I'm kind of glad they do that now that we get new cards. But even still, it's like, you know, even like with the pendulum cards, and not too much of the breaking of the game as much as like how Xyz and Synchros at first, they were fucking like OP as fuck. But now like pendulums, like there still hasn't been any OP pendulums apart from the quill faults, which are like, I think, if they, like, this is one thing I want to say. If you use those quill faults, those fucking piece of shit machine monsters, then you are literally one of the worst scumbags in the world, because they are, I hate them more than I've ever hated, like, the 7 dragons, like, the whole, like, elemental dragons. I actually don't mind being, like, beaten by, like, dragon, and I know the deck got banned, but I'm talking back in the day, I would not feel salt from those, decks. But those quill faults, they can literally suck the biggest bags of dicks. Like, they are so fucking bad. And I know that's really off topic, but it's like, even still, guys, it's just like, the duel itself, it was fine. Like, it was fine. I mean, it's a bit of the handicap, and it just shows that, wow, if there wasn't this handicap, fucking Dennis be getting fucking crushed right now. But it's like, hey, it's anime, it's gonna happen like that, right? So, on that, I give this one like a 6. I thought it was a fine episode. It had some issues to it, like, plus as well, like, I'm not really interested in the Genis and, like, Kurosaki duel as much as I thought I'd be, but it's like, it's there, but it's like, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this episode. But that's all for me, so thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.